Pollution made our Earth. The Earth was a molten mass when it was first formed. Chemical climate change was violent, as heavier elements sank into the magma and land floats formed. The climate change was from chemical reactions. Some chemical actions are mimicked life, even though they followed the laws of the universe. Molten Earth soon had cooler land refuges that floated on the molten planet. In pitch-black and airless corners of the planet, different RNA microbes were busy rewriting and advancing the rules of chemistry. The current Earth atmosphere is a product of pollution by life. Our atmosphere and climate was created by RNA life and their pollution. RNA was the first life. It is the genetic material of many older viruses. Later RNA used DNA to code the structure of proteins synthesized in cells. DNA is the master blueprint for the life we know and constitutes the genetic material in all free living organisms we are involved with. First RNA life polluted the pristine, life-free chemistry of planet Earth. Some bacteria could breathe metals such as iron and manganese, using them the way humans use oxygen. They transferred electrons to metals like iron or manganese, effectively using these elements as a substitute for air. They plugged themselves into a natural battery and used the flow of energy to power their tiny bodies. This process, called anaerobic respiration, is both ingenious and essential for surviving in places where oxygen is just a dream. Chemical elements were converted into other molecules, such as nitrates, sulfates and metals, that accept electrons to keep their metabolism running. It was like a chef who can whip up a meal from whatever's left in the pantry. Metal breathers use specialized proteins called cytochromes to shuttle electrons from their cells to metal particles outside. Some even grow microscopic filaments nanowires, which act like tiny electrical cables. There are several chemical differences between RNA and DNA structures. Cyanobacteria are probably the most numerous taxon to have ever existed on Earth and the first organisms known to have produced oxygen. They appeared in the Middle Archean eon and still exist in freshwater and land environments. Stromatolites exist today in WA. Cyanobacteria are photopigments can absorb red and blue sunlight frequencies to split water into hydrogen ions and oxygen. They fed on radiation. Radiation was essential for most life forms to evolve and exist. Without this action of splitting water into hydrogen and oxygen, we would not have the Earth life we know. The hydrogen ions reacted with carbon dioxide to produce complex organic compounds, such as carbohydrates, and the oxygen was released as a waste product. By continuously producing and releasing oxygen and waste over billions of years, cyanobacteria polluted the Earth's early atmosphere into an oxidizing one with free oxygen. It also created iron oxide as a waste product that sank to the sea floor. This resulted in the Great Oxidation Event and the rusting of the Earth during the early Proterozoic period. Dramatic changes were possible for evolving DNA life forms on Earth. Early single-cell DNA organisms could survive and evolve in this oxygen-rich environment. The endosymbiont cyanobacteria then evolved and differentiated into specialized things known as aplastids. Cyanobacteria use various forms of chlorophyll, carotenoids, and phycobilins to convert the photonic radiation energy in sunlight to chemical energy. Cyanobacteria also produce a range of toxins that can cause harmful health effects in humans and animals. They exert a control on primary productivity and the export of organic carbon to the deep ocean. They convert nitrogen gas into ammonium, which may be used to make amino acids and proteins. While some planktonic cyanobacteria are unicellular and free-living cells, the bacterium now accounts for about 20% of the oxygen in the Earth's atmosphere. They are the only oxygenic photosynthetic prokaryotes and prosper in diverse and extreme habitats. These are among the oldest organisms on Earth, with fossil records dating back billions of years. When the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere were consumed by DNA life, it created a frozen Earth. Life survived in deep oceans heated by volcanic seafloor vents, and volcanoes replaced greenhouse gases. The life cycles continued when volcanoes replaced the greenhouse gases. Cyanobacteria have been essential players in the Earth's current ecosystems. Planktonic cyanobacteria are a fundamental component of marine food webs and are major contributors to global atmospheric carbon and nitrogen changes. Life can convert toxic materials into less harmful forms or break down pollutants, like radioactive waste. Natural recycling processes, called bioremediation, can restore polluted sites around the world.
Humans have added to the ecosystem a new form of pollution, AI.